All right, good morning, first grade. Good morning. Now, before we go to our next country, which is France, let's take a look back at England. Now, there are certain phrases that we say in America that they say completely different in the English and British language. Just like they say certain language they say, words they say, we say completely different. So I wrote a small chart on the board so we can have an idea to look at. All right, excuse me. Let's start off with the subway. Excuse me. So subway, call it in America subway. Over there, they call it a tube. So, if, for example, you're in England, you're trying to basically find the subway. You wouldn't say, "Hey, where's the subway?" You say, "Hey, where's the tube?" It's anything for policemen. There's something happened. There's an emergency. We call it a policeman. Over there, they call it bobbies. Just like over here in English, in English language, they basically say fish and chips. Say, for example, you want a snack or you're hungry, want fish and chips. Over here in America, we call it fish and French fries. Now, say for example, you're looking for a lift. That's called an elevator. So you're trying to get to the next floor. We say elevator, but in English and British English, they say lift. And lastly, cookies. We all love cookies. Over there, they call them biscuits. So say for example, you go over there, hey, can I get a cookie? They wouldn't understand what you're talking about. You have to say biscuit. So for today, we're going to start off with France. So turn in your history books to page 80. And we're going to read that together. Now, we can take a train through the Channel to get to France. The Channel is a tunnel deep underground that goes under the English Channel between France and England. Paris is the capital of France. It is a large, beautiful city. Here, we will visit the Eiffel Tower. Notice that big tower in the middle of the page towards the right? That is the Eiffel Tower. It definitely is very tall. I personally myself, I had been there last summer. It is very tall. It's a very beautiful sight. Now, we can climb the stairs to the top, but the elevator will be much faster and easier. If we get hungry, we can stop for lunch at one of the restaurants inside. Now, here's some additional facts about France we may not know. Now, the Eiffel Tower is over 1,000 feet tall. You can see up to 50 miles when the weather is clear. There are also many bridges in many bridges in Paris. There are over 350 kinds of cheese in France. Now, that's a lot of cheese. That's a lot of cheese. Me personally, I know about 5 different types of cheese. So, I'm going to say over 350. That's a lot. Now, Mont Blanc means white mountain. It's the highest mountain in Europe, over 15,000 feet high. France is one of the largest countries on the continent of Europe, but small compared to America. Now, the Tour de France, that's basically a bicycle race that lasts almost a month. So they have a bicycle race where people ride the bicycles that lasts a whole entire month. That's a long race. Now, Paris, their nickname is City of Lights because many lights can be seen at night. Now, as we move over to, let's look at the next place we have is Switzerland. Now, Switzerland has many beautiful mountains. They are part of the Alps. One of the tallest of the mountains is the Matterhorn. There is snow on top of the Matterhorn all year long. The Swiss people are famous for their beautiful watches and clocks they make. So that's what they're famous for. Before we leave, before we leave Switzerland, we were sure to try some of the delicious cheese and chocolate. That sounds yummy. Cheese and chocolate. I can't wait. Now here's some additional facts about Switzerland you may not know. Now yodeling, that's singing in one note in different pitches for a long time. Yodeling was used for communication in the mountain. The Alpenhorns, so as you look at that picture, for example, page 81, that's a mountain. They would yodel over there, okay? Now, Alpenhorn, that's the base of that big horn. It's used by herders for many years. Sometimes used to send messages and signals or just to play music. Now, the Alpenhorn can be between 6 feet and 20 feet long. So that horn can be actually taller than me. That's a very big horn. Now, some of the well-known stories were written in Switzerland. Heidi and also the Swiss Family Robinson.